All right, it's 12:15 and I am back live with card number 3 for International Pink Day. I'm going to be using Bubble Bath this time. Hi, Jean and Marge. Thanks for joining me. If you're new here, I'm coming to you live from Worthington, Minnesota, where I do live classes every Thursday. Had to take a drink there. Not every Thursday, but most Thursdays. But every Thursday we are at the Oasis, which is at the Living Waters Covenant Church, and you can bring whatever projects you want to work on. There's plenty of place to work, and it's just $5 covers the rent. So, all right, let's get started. Let me show you card 1. Card 1 using Pretty in Pink. Card 2, also Pretty in Pink. Look at the difference that black makes on those colors. And Glenda's back. Thanks for supporting me, Glenda. And today, for this card, we're going to use Bubble Bath, which is another one of our pinks. So let's set that aside. All right, I am using the Cheerful Daisies stamp set. Not the stamp set. I'm just using the dies. The stamps are no longer available, but the dies were $34 and they're now $20.40. And I have gotten so much use out of just the dies. So what I did for this card is using scraps of paper like this one right here, I only wanted these 2 daisies. And so I ran these through my die cutting machine so that I could get the small daisy and even a partial of the large one. I had some bigger scraps like this one where I got the full large daisy. But I don't need the leaves. I don't need this shaped daisy. I just needed these 2. So make good use of your scraps. All right. There are so many other options that I could have done here, but this is what I chose today. So those dies, like I said, they were $34, and they are now $20. All right, so I pre-cut a piece of acetate sheet. This comes in 12 by 12 sheets, and this one is 4 3/4 by 3.5. I also pre-cut several daisies, and we're gonna adhere them onto this clear sheet. But first, oh, I wanted to show you that this is what it looked like when I just used a partial sheet. So now I just need to, hi Mimi, I just need to trim off the pieces that I don't need, and you'll see this one happens to be, it got cut off on the edge there, but it's okay because some of these are going to go on the edges of my clear acetate sheet anyway. So, again, a good way to use scraps because we always have scraps. Alright, so let's get rid of that. I know that some of these also have some of the centers still in them. I don't know if that matters or not, but I'm going to go ahead and poke them out. I wish, to be honest with you, they would stay in because I'm not putting another layer on this, but I can't count on them staying in, and so I'm going to go ahead and take them out. A little bit of my maybe OCD, huh? Let's see. I don't know if I'm going to use all of these daisies or not, but I wanted to have extra, and I didn't want you to have to wait for me to die cut them. So, what is everyone doing today? I know Linda said she was installing a new printer, and that made me break out into hives. I am not techie at all. Okay, I think I have all of those out. Okay, so here's my clear acetate sheet. You can see that, I think, fairly well on my glass mat. Now I'm going to bring in, hi Chris, I'm going to, oh wait, before we do that, we need to put a little bit of color in the center. So I've got a dauber, and I've got bubble bath. So we're just going to daub the middle of each of these. It's a little big for that small one, but I think it's going to be fine. Chris, you should be joining us at the Oasis. We've been having a lot of fun making cards. Let me know if you're ever around and you want to try it out. Alright, so now we're going to bring in my green glue. And, you know, there's probably another opinion of the best glue for this type of project. But now here's one that was flat on the side, so I'm just going to go ahead and butt that right up to the edge. I'm wondering if maybe Seal or Seal Plus is a better glue for this. I've never done it before. You know me. I hardly ever practice my cards before I do them with you. I think it'll be okay. I'm going to go ahead and put the largest, I'm going to put 3 large ones on here to start. This one also had a flat edge. Now you'll see I put my silicone sheet here because the glue is going over the edge of my paper a little bit, or my clear acetate sheet. So I want to make sure I don't get that on my glass mat or whatever working surface you are on. Let's put a small one right there. I'm digging the pink in the middle. I'm hoping these are going to stick and that I don't need a different adhesive. I could have cut them on the adhesive sheets. That might have been a good idea, but I think they're going to be okay. That first one seems to be adhering nicely. Alright, let's try this one. This is a partial. Let's fill that one in right there. What do you guys think? Have you ever done a card on an acetate sheet? These daisies are going to appear floating. So I think that they're beautiful. I love that color in the middle. I wasn't so sure about which pink to use, but I think I'm loving this pink. Alright, I'm going to finish gluing this last one on here, then I'm going to turn it over and trim it, and I'm going to see where I need to fill in on the edges yet. Okay? Alright, so I'm not going to need those little pieces, and I always use my long scissor when I have to do a long cut. I just feel like I have better control of getting it nice and straight. Okay, one more here. My husband told me that I should be having pink playing in the background today, and I said, I don't even know that I have pink. And he said, oh, you do, on your playlist. Tells you how much I know about my playlist. He's the music guy in the family, not me. Alright, let's see. We need to fill in this corner. Let's put this one here. I hope this isn't boring. This is like watching paint dry, I bet, for some of you. And let's put these here. Oops. And I need one more up here, I think. Let's put that one right there. It's like a puzzle. Did you know I'm a puzzler too? I just did a puzzle competition this weekend in Rushmore. I'm not really very good at it, but I enjoy puzzles, and I enjoy the people that I do them with. Oop, that one's not dry yet. Let's let that one dry a little bit. I especially like to do puzzles on blizzardy days, and I complained about it to several people that I didn't have really hardly any blizzardy days this winter to do puzzles. So I don't know, maybe some spring storm. Not that I'm looking for a spring storm, but I really would like a good excuse to sit upstairs and puzzle. Puzzle. Okay, we're gonna set this out of the way. I don't know if I'm gonna use those or not, but there's my my base. I might need one more down here. I need one more down there in the corner. Let's see. Some of these still have a little glue on them. Bring in my sheet again. Where did I put the glue? There we go. This is fun. Like I said, I like a good puzzle. Okay, good. Glenda's not bored. Good. Like I said, it's like right now, like watching paint dry as I glue things, but thank you, Glenda. All right. We've got that done. Now, I've pre-cut a card base using the thick white cardstock. Anytime when my card is going to be a white base, I always use the thick. So for those of you that are demonstrators, you may have heard all of the drama over the thick white cardstock. The company had decided to eliminate the thick white and only carry it in 12 by 12. And the demonstrators had a fit about it, and they brought it back. So sometimes we have to just voice our opinion. It won't show up in the annual catalog because they had decided to eliminate it, but it will be as an online exclusive, and it will always be available, it sounds like. So I have a little bit of pink on here, and I'm using a sand eraser, so it doesn't always take it completely off, but it does soften it up a little bit. Alright, now we're going to use a bunch of dimensionals, and I'm using the minis. because I think most of the spaces are going to be pretty small. I might bring in some larger ones. No, I think I'm going to probably do exclusively minis on here. I love that we have two sizes. So I'm really going to load this thing up with dimensionals because I really want it to pop off of my white background. Again, sorry for making you, hi Marlis, making you watch me do these menial tasks, but it's really the only way to do a live card. Sometimes you just have to endure, right? It takes pains to be beautiful, something like that. How many do I need on here? I don't want it to sink. You know what I mean? I might have to trim some of these even in half, even though they're the minis. I want the edges. My husband was telling me that I should go over to the high school today at like 2 o'clock because they're bringing in some kind of helicopter is landing at the high school today in Worthington. Apparently they have 10 kids from the senior class that have already enlisted in the National Guard, and so the National Guard is bringing a helicopter here today, I don't know, stealth helicopter maybe, and landing it at the school in an effort to, I guess, I don't know, congratulate those kids that have signed up, and I suppose, no doubt, recruit a few more. But that's interesting that so many kids have already enlisted in the military. And I am thrilled that they're making a big deal about it. I think that's amazing. You know, we always make a big deal about the athletes, and so I'm always excited when they also make a big deal of other areas. Shoot, that one didn't work right. Let's just get rid of that. I've seen schools that have done big sign-on days for their athletes, obviously, but now I'm starting to see more and more schools are doing sign-ons for kids that are deciding to be, to go into plumbing and to go into electrician and lineman and things like that. You know, it doesn't always have to be the athletes. And so few of those kids that get athletic scholarships are actually gonna, become professional athletes anyway. So, all right, we are ready to stick this on here. I don't know that there's a right or wrong. Let's just try to center it top to bottom, bottom to top. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's cool. All right, now, a few more things to add here. While I'm finding the sentiment, I want you guys to decide, should I add the new strawberry slush bling? Should I add pretty in pink, or should I add bubble bath? I think I'm going to eliminate pretty in pink, but you guys decide, what do you think? New summer new strawberry strawberry slush, or retiring, nope, not retiring, pretty in pink. No, bubble bath. All right, we are going to be using, while you guys are deciding that, we are going to be using one of these pre-printed sentiments. These are greetings for all. These are $7, and you get 2 sheets of the black and 2 sheets of the white, and they are so nice. I just noticed there's a Happy Easter in there. But let's see. Oh, happy day, you did it. Sending hugs, best wishes to the grad. I think I'm going to use the happy birthday one. So they are not sticky. Sweet baby would work on here too. They're not sticky. So you adhere it yourself. And then, okay, let's see. Hi, Sally. I'm waiting for you to decide if I should use bubble bath or these. It's actually, I'm looking at it, it's actually pretty in pink and strawberry slush. So should I use the pretty in pink or the bubble bath? Pretty in pink or bubble bath? Ooh, it might be hard for you to see with the glare. Let me. Pretty in pink or bubble bath. And then I need to decide if I should use the silver, oh my goodness, silver or white and silver. Silver skinny or white and silver wide, and then bubble bath or some of the new gems. Hello, anybody out there? I don't know. It doesn't look like anybody else is watching right now. I might have to decide myself. I'm going to use the bubble bath because it's the color that, okay, Glenda likes the bubble bath too. It's the color that I stamped with, and I'm going to use the skinny silver. All right, so I'm going to again take my tear tape and I'm going to put it on the back. I think it will fit. Yes, just barely. Just barely. And let's put a little more down here. I can tear this, but it's such a small piece that I'm using my snips. Alright, so like we did in the last card, tear tape on the back, and then loop-de-loop the silver skinny ribbon. So let's see. And again, you just have to kind of play with it, fuss with it, crisscross it until you just have something that, you know, has a little bit of interest to it. Let's go, let's see. And I don't know, let's go like that. Let's see what I end up with here. And trim that off. Alright. And now I'm going to put another piece of tear tape over that to make sure it stays where we want it. And peel that off. And voila! on the front. I don't know if I love that silver ribbon on there. I don't love that. Let's see, maybe I don't love this piece hanging up here. Maybe I should have used the smaller. I don't know, kind of looks a little bit like a star, maybe. We're going with it. Don't have to love them all, right? All right. Bubble Bath Gems. Bubble Bath Rainbow Adhesive Dots. And these are going to go all over. This is so not the norm, but I love to try different things. I need more putty on the end of my take your pick tool, it feels like. Isn't this fun? Oops. The color is just right. That is the beauty, you guys, of Stampin' Up! Your colors will always coordinate because that's what Stampin' Up! Does for us. They make sure everything coordinates. This is so cute. I'm going to go ahead and use these all up. Why not? I know I have another pack. Let's see. Where else do I need one? How about right there? I'm just filling in those empty spaces. Oh my gosh, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think I need to change the ribbon out? I'm not sure I love that the way I did that. But I do like the black sentiment. I think it pops. And yeah, that's a good one. Acetate sheets. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and finish this. I'll post a picture and I will be back at, let's see, it's 12:45. I'll be back at 1 o'clock with card number 4. Thanks for joining.